Aurora and Arthur Petrova, New Year's Eve with the Popov boys and the Petrova children, Part 1. The clocks strike 8 on a Sunday night. The air is crisp and cold. December's 30th day in 2018, a story to be told. A black BMW 3 Series, an estate car sleek and grand, pulls into Stay City Greenwich across the London land. Petar Petrova, the father, steers with glasses of bright blue. He looks at his dear Aurora, though her mood is far from new. She is by no means ecstatic, her face a mask of gloom, as she thinks of moving to Birmingham, a fate she feels is doom. "I'm fuming, I am," Aurora cries, her Essex accent thick. "Moving in 2019. This news makes me feel quite sick. It's proper rubbish, innit? To leave my Boswell's friends behind." Her words are sharp and jagged, of a most frustrated kind. To leave the London buses and the routes she knows so well is a catastrophic prospect, a suburban kind of hell. She loathes the thought of Brum, where the red buses disappear. Her exacerbated temper is a thing for all to fear. They reach the 3rd floor, room 18, a space both clean and bright. But Aurora finds a problem that fills her with pure spite. Aunt Lana greets them warmly, her blonde hair like a crown. She speaks in Flemish Dutch. "Welcome," she says, without a frown. Uncle Walt is present too, his hearing aid in place, with a shark bite plug on his weathered, smiling face. He wears his blue pajamas with a sense of quiet ease, while Lana's pink pajamas flutter in the hallway breeze. "Vнимavajte," Petar warns them, his Bulgarian voice is stern. "Good behavior is a lesson that you both must surely learn. Remember the international service where you wore your ethnic best? In Birmingham, you represented us. You stood out from the rest. Don't let the urban chaos of this London ignite a petulant performance or a sibling's petty fight." Arthur adjusts his green glasses. He's in year 6, you see, the very model of a boy, or so he claims to be. Aurora clicks the remote control. Her eyes begin to widen. The Sky Plus HD is unsubscribed. The best shows are all hidden. "I'm incensed," she bellows loudly, her temper starting to flare. "The lack of movie channels is a burden I can't bear." She scrolls through lists of basic tiers. Her fury is profound. The silence of the premium films is the only heard sound. It's an abysmal situation, an inconsistent mess. She mutters with a sibilance that signals deep distress. Uncle Walt approaches then. His voice is calm and low. He seeks to right a wrong before the anger starts to grow. "Slushai, Aurora," he says, with a shrug of his broad frame. "Hotelutne idom, and you shouldn't feel such shame. It's unsubscribed on purpose for the guests who come and go. To keep the bills from climbing is the only way they know. Que lastima," he adds, with a grin both wide and sly. "But a weekend without movies will not cause you to die." "It's not like our Virgin TiVo." Aurora starts to protest. This lackluster equipment is a failure of a test. At home in Chelmsford, everything is superior and grand. This substandard box is like a castle made of sand. She compares the former service to the latter dismal view, while Lana tries to distract her with a snack or something new. "The monotony of basic channels is tedious, I agree," Arthur chirps from the sofa. "But let's have some herbal tea." While others are distracted, Aurora hatches a dark plan. She intends to thwart the system in any way she can. She spots Walt's leather wallet on a table by the door and decides to do away with rules she's heard before. She snatches up his credit card with fingers swift and sly, an intentional deception beneath a watchful sky. "I'll prolong our entertainment," she whispers to the air, oblivious to the peril and the trouble she might snare. She navigates the menus with an energetic pace. A smile of pure triumph begins to dawn upon her face. She enters in the digits. The transaction is official. The result is instantaneous, although quite superficial. She pays for every channel, Every movie, every sport, a momentary victory of a very risky sort. The quality is out of this world, she tells her silent brother, as she hides the plastic card away from one or the other. The victory is short-lived, for Walt is very keen. He notices the sudden change upon the glowing screen. He checks his phone and sees the charge. He's livid and irate. "Caught red-handed," he exclaims, before it's far too late. He confronts his niece directly. His fury starts to rise. "To use my card behind my back is a terrible surprise. Tova et возмутительно." He scolds her in his tongue. The air in room 18 is thick, with heavy tension hung. He calls the company at once. The package is revoked. Aurora's sudden happiness is very quickly choked. "Consequently," Walt declares, "your screen time must now cease. I hope this firm intervention brings the household peace." Aunt Lana joins the lecture, her blue eyes bright and stern. "There is a rule in this hotel that you must quickly learn. The wooden floors are precious, they must remain quite dry, so bathing in the tub is banned, and here is the reason why. The shower is the only way," Aunt Lana makes it clear. "To flood these expensive floors is a fate we truly fear." But Aurora is still petulant. Her heart is full of spite. She longs to have a bubbly soak to end her stressful night. "Stuff and nonsense," she mutters. "I'll be careful, you will see. A little bit of water won't bother them or me." She waits until the coast is clear, then slips inside the room, while Arthur tries to stop her to avert her coming doom. She turns the taps on full. The water starts to roar. A cacophony of bubbles spills across the tiled floor. She tries to turn the handle, but it starts to malfunction, creating pandemonium at this watery junction. "Oh no!" she cries in horror. "It's going everywhere. It's leaking through the hallway and underneath the chair. I've accidentally flooded it," she screams in dire need, as the water levels rise with a terrifying speed. The inundation is instant. The wooden boards are soaked. The anger of the adults is very quickly stoked. Arthur runs to fetch some towels, but the puddle is too wide. There is nowhere for a naughty girl to run away and hide. The carpet in the hallway starts to darken into damp, lit by the golden flicker of a nearby standing lamp. It's an atrocious error. Arthur shouts above the noise, a situation far beyond the reach of little boys. Aunt Lana hears the splashing, and she rushes to the scene. Her face is quite the antithesis of peaceful or serene. "What heb je gedaan?" she cries out in her shock, as water starts to settle and the hallway starts to block. "You've ignored my instructions and the rules I gave to thee. Now look at this disaster for the entire world to see." She intervenes with vigor. Her reprimand is loud, as a heavy scent of lavender forms a soapy cloud. "Since you love the water so," Aunt Lana does propose, "you'll have a different bath tonight, from your head down to your toes." She fetches a small bucket and a rudimentary bowl to give Aurora a sanction that will cleanse her stubborn soul. "You are disqualified from tubs," Lana speaks with force. "This manual sponge bath is your only remaining course." Aurora stands in silence. She does not dare to speak, as the water from the bucket trickles down her reddened cheek. To end the night on better terms, the boys bring out the treats, a cacophony of crinkling bags and multinational sweets. Fyodor and Narcisse are enthusiastic and bright, bringing snacks from many lands to celebrate the night. There are Bulgarian biscuits and British crisps galore, enough delicious calories to fill the kitchen floor. "Look at this," says Fyodor, "a taste of every place," with a wide and joyful smile upon his youthful face. Arthur joins his cousins. He is keen to collaborate, assessing every candy bar and what is on his plate. "This Flemish chocolate is superior," he says with a nod, "while these Bulgarian wafers are quite delightfully odd. The snacks are akin to a feast, a grand and sugary hoard, a contemporary collection that could never be ignored. There are American jerky strips and Spanish sweets to chew, a culinary journey for the entire youthful crew." In the corner of the living room, a sanctuary is found, where orange fabric stretches out upon the carpet ground. They don their warm pajamas, and they adorn the little space with fairy lights that twinkle with a soft and gentle grace. Narcisse and Fyodor crawl inside the orange tent, exhausted by the snacks and all the energy they spent. "It's our exclusive hideout," Narcisse whispers with a sigh, as the moon of Greenwich rises in the dark and wintry sky. Aurora and Arthur join them, tucked away from any harm, safe within the orange tent, away from all alarm. The move to Birmingham can wait. The move is far away. They have each other's company at the end of this long day. "Lekker slapen," Lana whispers. "Sleep well, my little ones," as the evening's long-awaited tranquility finally runs. "Good night," they whisper softly, as the lights begin to wane, ready for the New Year's Eve to start the fun again.